Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. Today is Money Monday. It's April 19th. My name is Keely. I'm excited to be here with you today as your host. Our quote of the day today, it is not happiness that makes us grateful. It is gratitude that makes us happy. Mark your calendar for August 20th through the 24th. We are going to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico for our annual leadership retreat. In order to qualify for Leaders Retreat, you do need to be 1-star, 3-star, or 5-star qualified. So if you're not one of those yet, get to work, do whatever you need to do to make that happen. One of my favorite things about Leaders Retreat is that we get to rub shoulders with people from across the nation, especially leaders who have been out there making big things happen in their business. It's a great way to network and get to know people from across the country. And it is just so much fun. So again, make sure that you are getting qualified to go to Leaders Retreat. We will see you there. Renatus Founders Live, we have our webinar every single Monday. That's at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. This is our opportunity on a weekly basis to connect with not only the entire nation, but also with our CEO, Bob Snyder. He will provide any important announcements that there may be on the company. We also get to see some recognition, who's out there really winning in their business. And then we get to see a training of the week and a story of the week. The stories are always so inspiring. There are 3 kinds of people in this world: people who make it happen, people who watch what happens, and the people who wonder what happens. So don't be wondering what's going on with the company. Tune into the Founders Live every Monday through the Founders Live Facebook page. And you can always catch the replay if you're not able to make it at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. Monday nights at 7 p.m. So tonight at 7 o'clock Mountain Time, we have our National Study Group. We are making our way through the Essentials courses with Christian George. Our Helios app, we have a Renatus Helios app that has a lot of really great features. With the Helios app, you can watch your education from the Helios app. You can stream live meetings. You can also send the money mastery exercises to your guests, and they can benefit from those short, inspiring videos. You're notified whenever a commission is paid, and you're also notified when a guest is checked into an event. So lots of really great features with the app. So do make sure you have that downloaded, not only downloaded, but give it 5 stars. We have so much weekly and daily support with Renatus Team Elevate. I'm so very grateful for what Michael and the team has put together for us to help us move us along with our businesses. Here's a couple of the things that we offer here right on the screen. We have our weekly private capital masterclass. It's every Thursday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. We invite all AIT students to join the private capital masterclass as long as you are on the Elevate OES. I'll talk about that more in just a minute. The private capital masterclass is a safe place for you to come and ask questions and share your wins. For those who maybe haven't started really building private capital for their businesses yet, of course, watch your classes and then come to this masterclass and learn how you can start really having those private capital conversations to start building for your real estate deals. And then we have our dream call. Our dream call is Monday through Friday. So that's our weekly call. We have that, or our daily call, excuse me. It's from 9 o'clock to 9:45. We usually go till about 10 o'clock. We talk all things real estate investing. And that is also something that we ask for you to be on the OES. And then we have our daily team call that we're on right now. It's Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 Mountain Time. We talk all things business, marketing, personal development, and mindset. So grateful for these morning calls. So the optional event subscription is, you can sign up for that on this website, and you can also watch a short video that Michael Huggins put together. It's only about 6 minutes long, and it talks all about what the OES is, what comes with it, how that supports you and the team. And again, we ask that you're on the optional event subscription to attend the private capital masterclass as well as the dream call. And another bonus to that is that you get the $50 waived every month for the intensive. So check out the website oes.com. If you're looking to introduce your guests to the Profits Education, get them in front of Scott Rowe. He does an intro every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and you can find this in the Helios calendar. Please make sure you do get registered. You can just type in profits in the search bar on the calendar page, and you'll see this pop up on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Every Wednesday, we have our virtual house tour where we tour someone's fix and flip. Sometimes it's a short-term rental, long-term rental, wholesale. We see all different kinds of transactions being done at our virtual house tours, and these are really powerful exposures for your guests. So make sure you're getting your guests in front of these house tours. If you're in Salt Lake City or in the Salt Lake area, you can attend these live in person. And of course, anywhere across the nation, we provide these for you online. You please will register in Helios as well as access these through teamelevateusa.com. This is at 7 p.m. every Wednesday. Every Thursday, we've got lots going on. At 4 p.m. Mountain Time, we have our corporate onboarding session. We also have a house tour again on Thursdays, but that's offered in Spanish. So Wednesdays it's in English, Thursdays in Spanish, and that's at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. We've got our Pillars of Wealth intro presentation at 7 o'clock. And then a couple of study groups. We've got our multifamily and short-term rental study groups. Those are both also at 7 o'clock. And then at 8 o'clock, we have a velocity banking study group with Richie from Hawaii. These events are also in Helios as well as on teamelevateusa.com. So please register in Helios, of course, and then you access these events through the website on the screen. We do record these morning calls. You can find them on our Facebook page as well as on YouTube. Our Facebook page is Renatus Team Elevate. There's a lot of really important announcements there. You stay plugged in, you can ask questions, network with the team. Really great place to make sure that you're a part of. And then our YouTube channel has many, many years worth of these recordings on there. So much value on our YouTube channel, plus all of the Zoom up call recordings. So make sure that you are also subscribed to the Elevate Renatus YouTube channel. Today is Money Monday. We get to learn from Michael Huggins. I'm so excited for what Michael has to share with us today. But first, before we introduce Michael, let's shift over to our money mastery exercise. We'll go through that short video together. We will take a few minutes at the end to do the call to action. Please make sure that we invite you to share your call to action thoughts in the chat so that we can share value with the whole team. So let's shift over to that.
Down on his luck, this man time. Was it worth it?
Good morning. Today is Money Monday. Money Monday, we get to learn from Michael Huggins. So we have Michael with us here today as our trainer, and I am so excited for what he has to share with us. One of my favorite things about Michael is that he leads by example, and he is a massive action taker. Michael was actually in a very, very frustrated and broke place before Renatus about 10 years ago. He was living in his girlfriend's mother's basement. He was working 2 full-time jobs after getting a degree, getting good grades, going to school, going to work, still drowning in student loan debt and unable to pay all of his bills. So he realized, of course, he needed to make a change, and he ended up learning about real estate investing and found a newspaper ad regarding Renatus and came to an event. He loved what he saw. He found the money. He got started. He watched his classes. Some nights he would even stand up watching his classes so that he wouldn't fall asleep after working a full day of work. So after a few months, Michael was able to complete a couple of short sales within the first year and quit both of his jobs. And 10 years, fast forward 10 years, now Michael has not had a job since. He's been able to sustain himself through the Renatus wealth cycle. Both he and Vanessa are incredible leaders. We're very, very fortunate to get to learn from Michael. Not only is he on the President's Advisory Council, he is also a very powerful real estate investor. He has earned millions of dollars as a marketer in this business and has completed all kinds of different transactions. His most recent transaction is a beautiful, beautiful land development project that he is working on in the mountains of Tennessee. If you get to have the opportunity to talk to Michael about that, make sure you ask him about this beautiful project he's working on. So I'm very excited to introduce Michael today. Good morning, Michael. How are you?
Good morning, everybody. I'm doing great. Thank you, Keely. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the call. It's Money Monday. It's time to get after it. Glad you're all here. Andres and Scott and Sherry. Welcome, everyone. Matthew and Miri. Nigel, what's up? Glad everybody's here. Let's get to work. Okay, so last week we talked about, we had wrapped up the 5 F's. And so I want to just go over it one more time just so that you guys are all tapping into your power. And Cool. Yeah, keep your chats flowing in. Let me Keely, will you make Huggins iPad the co-host? All right. What I want to draw for you, just so we're all clear, the 5 F's: faith, family, fitness, finance, fun. What's the point of having all the finance if you don't have any fun? What's the point of having all the fitness if you don't have any finance? So what's the point of having all the family if you can't have any fun or finance to spend any time with them? So let me pull up our whiteboard here. Yeah. Okay. And now I can share screen. Start the broadcast. There we go. Okay, so Monday. Money Monday. This is what we're supposed to be looking at here. So if you remember this from a couple weeks ago, we talked about how the real problem is that we are too small. Remember that this was the real problem? But mistakenly, sometimes we think that the obstacle is the problem. The obstacle's too big, that's the problem. Incorrect. You are too small, that's the problem. So our goal is to grow you and continue to grow you. Well, help you grow yourself, right? Until this person who, when you look back and you look back on the world, you think, wow, it's impossible to be where I'm at right now. It's impossible to be driving what I'm driving, wearing what I'm wearing, doing what I'm doing, having what I'm having, eating what I'm eating, knowing who I'm knowing. The person you used to be compared to the person that you want to be, this person does not recognize this person. They don't recognize each other. And so as you evolve, each one of these is like an evolution. Here. You keep evolving and growing as a person. But what does that mean? That doesn't mean just continually piling up more money. What it really means is that you are growing in all the areas that we talked about. We talked about faith, family, fitness, finance, and fun. I'm going to move my ingredients list here. There we go. Faith, family, fitness, finance, fun. Okay, so as a recap, let's recap this. With your faith, you're going to be meditating and doing a memoir every day. 2 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. But you're supposed to capture your experience. And then remember, the meditation is about cleansing your nervous system. Remember, we talked about this before. Cleanse the nervous system, calms everything, allows you to see clearly the kind of moves you need to be making. I need to go turn my phone off. Hold on a second. Right? Everyone's asking me, well, Michael, how do you do it? How do you do it all? And the key is it's things like this: meditating, doing your memoirs, cleansing your nervous system. And then under the family category, we have person one and person two. Your spouse, most likely, and then your child, most likely. Unless you're one of those funny families that has two spouses. Or what if you got multiple kids? So we talked about how important it is to have the love language understood. What is your spouse's or kids' love language? And then making deposits. Who are these people who want to make withdrawals without making deposits? That's a funny expectation. So we're going to continue to make deposits, little ones, big ones. The point is to overwhelm the bank so that when you're ready to take a withdrawal, it's fine. You've made all the deposits. You're not going to overdraft. Okay, so that's faith and family. Fitness. What we're talking about with fitness is two things. We're going to add a green smoothie. Too often fitness is approached as taking out something. I need you to cut out Doritos. Oh no, not Doritos. Now we've become enemies. You told me to cut out Doritos. Okay, so I'm not here to tell you to cut out anything, except maybe you cut out the cigarettes. I tried that for a while. Not worth it. Not worth it, folks. Cut that out. But really, what I'm really asking you to do is add a green smoothie every day. Powder form, or you get it live and blend it up, chop it up. The point is, we're wanting to add something that also cleanses. Some of you have, well, there are people in the world, especially in America, that are literally carrying around 20 to 25 pounds of compacted poop in their intestines. That's nasty. That's nasty. And you know why? Because they're not eating things that cleanse, they're eating things that build and grab and build and grab. And so another way of saying that is you have some constipation. But constipation doesn't just show up in your bowels, it shows up in your bank account. Maybe your bank account's constipated. Maybe your relationships with your spouse are constipated, right? Maybe you are emotionally constipated. I ask you how you're doing, and you go, fine, good, things are just fine. That tells me you're emotionally constipated. You don't have the capacity to share your emotions, especially if things are not fine and you're saying fine. Right? If things are hitting the fan, everything's gone sideways, and you show up with a half-cocked smile saying things are fine, I know you're lying, and I know you're emotionally constipated. So one way to alleviate this constipation is a green smoothie. Have yourself a nice green smoothie every day. Kick on the machine that is your body, because how are you going to be effective in the world if your body's slowed down? Right? You're trying to run your engine, and instead of oil, you got all this mud in there. Again, it could be the most powerful engine, but if it's running on mud, it's not doing anything. So here's what I suggest. Have a green smoothie every day. Alive green stuff. Clean up this constipation, and then you'll be able to connect more. The whole point about, I think one of the reasons why I'm able to attract the customers I attract and get them to enroll so easily is because I'm able to connect. I'm able to emotionally connect with people's dreams and feelings and emotions and drive. But if you're constipated, how are you going to connect with them? If they don't feel that connection, maybe it's going to be harder for them to enroll. Does this make sense? So it will make you more sensitive. Sensitive to what? Sensitive to ideas, sensitive to emotions, sensitive to people's feelings. When you're sensitive to people's dreams, when you can sense that stuff, then people will want to spend money with you. But if you can't sense it, that connection's not real. So you want to become more sensitive? Have some green smoothies. It'll probably cost you maybe an extra 30 to 50 bucks a month to have a green smoothie every day. I'm usually doing mine in the powder form, just so I can Drop and shake and scoop and chug. Okay. But the point, you guys get the point here. Clean up that constipation. Some of you who have not had a green smoothie in months or maybe even years, for the first week or so, you might feel gluggy. There might be something moving on inside of you. That's the process. That's the past being moved through you. Okay. Why are the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches from last year still in you? That's not how this is supposed to be. So you'll move through it. Some of you are like, Michael told me I have these green smoothies, and now I feel like crap just for a couple days. You're getting all that stuff out. You're cleansing your blood. You're cleansing your body. You're cleansing your soul. You're cleansing your nervous system. See, some of you, the only reason you're not hitting your financial goals is because you're messy in these systems. You don't sleep enough. You don't eat well, and you're nervous all the time. But you put out a lot of signs. You talk to a lot of people. You generate a lot of leads. You watch a lot of classes, but it's not manifesting the way you want it to. It's because you're clogged in these different areas. All right, looks like the chat is blown up about smoothies. See, some of you are like, Michael, no, I just came here for money. Why are we talking about smoothies? Why are we talking about making me eat my vegetables? My mama told me. Yeah, I know. The reason we're bringing these up is because we want to have this have it all lifestyle. We want to be this gigantic person here that can do, have, and be anything. And so it takes more than just watching a couple classes. You got to make deposits into your relationships. You got to take care of your body. You got to even do a coffee enema every once in a while. Yes, Scott. Not my idea. Oh, beautiful. Clean it up. Clean it up. Okay, then the other way we're going to clean it up is through our fitness and moving around. Muévete. Moving around is going to cleanse out our pores. All right, we gotta sweat a little bit. Just a little bit. So imagine, again, I'm trying to help you imagine 2 years from now, if your body is on point, your relationships with your family, your spouse are on point, your bank account is on point, you're meditating like a boss and having so much faith and conviction, you know what's going to happen in your life. If all these things start to stack up and add up, and then now you're making more money, you're going to be an unstoppable person. But if you're all out of whack and your money category is over here and your relationship category is over here, right? This is all you've been able to deposit, but you built up all this money, but then your body is also down here suffering in aches and pains every day. But boy, howdy, you made $10 million, but now you're estranged from your spouse, your kids don't know you, and your body hurts all the time, and you live in a little bit of fear, right? Faith, family, fitness, got our finance over here, and then you're not having any fun. What is the point of a life like that? And I think some of you are doing that. I think some of you are going, well, I'll just get the money and then I'll use the money to fix everything else down here. That's not how it works. Money doesn't improve your family. Time and energy and deposits improve the family. Money doesn't improve your body. Time and green smoothies and moving your body improves your body. So the reason why I'm harping on the 5 F's is because we want to have a balance. We want to have it all. We want this to be all the way up, this to be all the way up. We want to max out on all categories of life. When I say balanced, I mean extreme. Not some little kid version of balanced. the extreme version of balanced, where everything is coming into play. So now we're clear on that. Faith, family, fitness. Now finance. Let's talk a little bit about our finance. Finance is going to be, I'm going to put, I know what I want to say, but I want to boil it down to one word. I want to put, I want to put, I'm going to put discover and I'm trying to think of a word that starts with a T for discover or a word that starts with D for teach, but whatever, this is what's happening now. So in finance, we spend a lot of time, especially in this company, in these conversations around money, finance. Okay. But sometimes, let's see, how can I put this? We get into this mode where the classes are just on, but we're not absorbing anything. You turn on a podcast, you turn on a class, and 2 or 3 hours go by, and you're like, well, that was great. There's some good aha moments, but what did you capture? So instead of it being an amount of time, okay, the old way was put in the time to learn this stuff. Instead, what I want it to be is attention. I want attention, because what you can discover if you're paying attention, you could discover something vital within 5 minutes and not have to spend hours and hours and hours. So you get half a point for going on a discovery every day, going on a discovery, finding something that will serve you in your business every day. You're in the discover world to get half a point. And then to get the other half a point, you have to teach it. Teach it to your business partner, teach it to your spouse, teach it to your kids, teach it to another ICM, teach it somewhere. Or the half version of that would be to at least capture it. Breaking up, dude.
What?
All right, when you're not breaking up, come back off mute. Basically capture it to teach it. But I really want you to be teaching it every day. So I'm not going to put that. Every day you need to be teaching the thing that you discovered. So quite often I do that to Keely. I'll just call her up. Hey, I just learned this. And she's like, well, what does that have to do with anything? Nothing. I just learned it and I need to teach it to somebody. Okay. So discover. I mean, with discovery, it literally could be you're 5 minutes into a class and you hear the thing. Oh, okay. Now, how do I actually implement this? And who am I going to teach this to? Right? It could be as little as 5 minutes of study, but you're not passively studying. You're actively looking for concepts that will help you in finance. In finance. That's what this is all about. So you have plenty of material to go through. You got your classes, you got your profits, your IT, your essentials, study groups. You got it all. Okay, but it could be 5 minutes, could be an hour, doesn't matter. The point is that you're actively looking so that you can teach your biz partner, your spouse, kids, ICM, fellow people, your neighbor. If you want to get a whole point in the category of finances every day, then you must discover something and teach that thing that you discovered every day. That's how you're going to get your points in finance. And then last for our fun, this up just a bit here. Clean it up just a bit. There we go. Okay, for our fun to get half a point and half a point. Now this is what's funny is it's hard to measure fun because some people's fun is playing the piano for 15 minutes, but if you ask other people to play the piano for 15 minutes, it's going to be awful for them. So fun is all subjective. You decide how and what fun. But here's something that was told to me by some very successful people, a power couple in real estate. They've been doing real estate for like 35 years. They have basically an empire. And one of them I was talking to said, always have your next adventure planned. Okay. So always have your next adventure planned, meaning like if we didn't have our leaders retreat coming up in August, then Vanessa and I would be planning out a different adventure. Now the adventure could be 6 months away, a year away, 18 months away. I know some people are looking at cruises for 2023, 2024. That's the nature of cruises. Sometimes you got to book them out a few years. That's totally fine. As long as you have your next adventure planned, then you get a half a point for that. Okay. And then how do we get the other half a point? Because fun has rarely been on my priority list. I remember Skylar for a while, he would come over, we'd be working, and he's like, when are we going to hang out? And I looked at him with a funny face. Hang out? What do you mean hang out? Aren't we hanging out right now? He's like, no, we're working right now. He's like, when do we just hang out? And I was like, oh, well, if that's your definition, I probably haven't hung out in like 3 or 4 years. But I'm having fun doing the work and doing the things and doing what we're doing up here. And so measuring fun is a little bit different for me. Some people, fun is like mandatory. You got to have fun as like its own thing, but I have fun doing the things. So it's a little bit different. But I'm open for this other half a point. I'm already pretty clear on what I want for these other things, obviously. But this other half a point here, how can we measure that every day? Something that comes to mind is if you have your vision board and you have your fun thing on there, maybe looking at it for 2 minutes a day in the morning and 2 minutes at night, looking at your vision board. That might count. Let me look in the chat here. See what everybody else is saying. Be spontaneous. Working in the garden. Oh yeah, me too, Karen. Okay. Wow, you guys are really sharing some smoothie ideas. Love it. Okay, so what do you think about this meditate at the beach? Well, Patricia, you get your meditation point up here. This is where you get your meditating, is in the faith category. I mean, I guess technically you could put meditation in your fun category also. But I'm thinking that the more we look at our vision boards, obviously the sooner things happen in life. You can ask Charles, that guy wanted to be debt free, and in less than a year he did it. So maybe this is it. Maybe this is how we get our half a point. You can only get your half a point if you go to your vision board and for 2 minutes in the morning and 2 minutes at night, you're looking at it. So it'll take you 4 minutes to get your half a point in fun. And then technically you can continue to get your half a point every day if you have your next adventure planned. So fulfillment, Tim, it would be like for what you're saying about giving back, it would be a combination of both of these. Like I know knowing who you are with you and your family, you would combine your faith and your family as part of your fulfillment, and you would take your kids and you would journal about how you're going to go do this charitable act, and then you would go and do it with them, and you'd be able to bang out a lot of points that way. Okay, so here's our structure, and the way we're going to get there is by setting targets, setting goals, setting a plan of action, beginning with the end in mind. Where are we going to end up? And we also talked about this could take 10 years or it could take 2 years. What's the difference other than 8? What's the difference? Why can someone accomplish their impossible game in 2 years and someone else will take 10 years? One of the main things is going to be tracking. If you want to make a difference, well, hold on. Yes, sir. Okay, that was pretty awesome. And it's sent. We're going to collapse this timeline from 10 years down to 2 years. We're going to do it by having quarterly targets. Oh, I can spell. Quarterly targets and points tracking. If you are tracking your points and you're setting quarterly targets, we can collapse 10 years of work into 2 years. I mean, it depends on you, but if your goal is to make $1 million, and if it takes you 10 years, cool, you hit it, you're successful. But if someone else hit it in 2 years and you could have done the same thing, then you basically wasted 8 years. You did get to your goal of $1 million or whatever that was, I'm just encouraging you. Yeah, there you go. Eric Anderson calls it velocity living. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I do my velocity banking and I do my velocity living. Nice. So quarterly targets. Some of you, I've already offered the, whoops, the Audible book library, but there is a book I would encourage everyone to get. It's called The 12-Week Year. Who has read this book? The 12-Week Year?
I have a while back.
Yeah. Okay, well, this is an amazing book. Keely has, okay, awesome. The idea behind this is that in the last 90 days of the year, everyone wants to hit their yearly target. And so in Q4, people are more productive in Q4 than they were in 1, 2, and 3 combined. They were more productive in Q4. They got to hit those end of the year numbers. So what this book talks about is having that Q4 mentality every quarter. And how do you set your life up to have quarterly goals instead of waiting once a year to have a productive quarter? What if we had a productive quarter every quarter? So this is what I'm talking about with quarterly targets. There's something that happens in our brain that's been well documented. And so if we live quarterly targets at a time in these little challenges, our lives improve drastically, and we can collapse that time into what Eric has just called velocity living. I'm loving that. So to recap, let's recap this. We got our faith, family, fitness, finance, and fun. Goal is to get 10 points a day. And you can get half a point in each of the areas. We talked about meditate and memoirs. With family, we talked about person 1 and person 2. With fitness, we talked about green smoothies and moving stuff. With finance, we talked about discover and teach. And with fun, we talked about having your adventure planned. Always have your adventure planned and your vision board. If every day you did this, do you see how you would be unstoppable? When you walk into a negotiation, if you knew that you had your faith, your family, your fitness, your finance, and your fun already done by 8 a.m., by 8:30 a.m., before you hit the door, and you already had your green smoothie, you already did your push-ups, you already read for a few minutes, you already did this stuff, you already looked at your vision board, you already sent a message to your kids, you already did the thing that got you energized. More than just energized, what my mentor calls it is weaponized. You are weaponized when you go to war in the world, in the economy, in the out in the marketplace. You got to be weaponized. There are some people who get up, for an 8 a.m. phone call. They woke up at 7:55 to get on a call at 8 a.m. There are other people who get up at 6. They finish their meditation. They finish their memoirs. They already made 2 deposits for the day. They had their green smoothie. They went and moved something. They learned something. They taught something. They got their plan, and they stared at their vision board for a few minutes. By 8 o'clock, when they get on that phone call, ready for that thing, who's going to have a better outcome? And then that outcome is going to compound week after week, month after month. So then when you look back a year from now or 2 years from now, you're going to go, holy crap, that's impossible that I was able to accomplish that in that short amount of time. There we go. 10 points a day gets you weaponized. Some of you, this might only take 45 minutes. And some of you, it might take 3 hours. But that's okay. You've got 24 hours. You could spend 3 hours in getting weaponized and then only spend another 6 hours in the marketplace. So you've worked a total of 9 hours, but those 6 hours you were more productive than someone's 12 hours who didn't do this stuff. Okay, now some of you still have to develop a system, and so it's going to take a little bit longer for you. How you track it, it's up to you. Maybe we'll make a tracking app or something later on, but for now, you could just make a little checkbox, right? You got your 5 right here. You're gonna, yes, I did that. Yes, I did that. On my faith, family, fitness, finance, and fun. Right, and here's Monday. I did that and I did that. And then I did this and this and this and this. Well, before I go to bed, I better make sure I do that. And now I've done Monday. Okay. That's our structure for the day. That's our this is how we're going to live our quarterly lifestyle. This is how we're both going to, or all of us are going to hit that impossible version of ourselves that we see in the future, so we can have this extreme version of our lives where every category is just off the charts. We'll have some velocity living. I'm liking this. I'm taking a screenshot. Oh yeah. Okay, and let me think of something for let's see. I want to give away the Audible again. I'm trying to think of something. Let's see. We had our conversation with Christian George on Saturday. That was awesome. What's a thing? I want to give away something. Okay, this week is going to be from the house tour. Okay, so we're gonna do 2. I want to know. First thing is the 2 names of the gentleman who ran the project last Wednesday. Laura, just send me a message. It's not a link. We got to do it together. So text me and we'll schedule something. I need both names. There we go. Mike got it. His brother. All right. Ding, 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 ding. We got a winner. Mike Lawrence. All right, Mike, hit me up. I will get you access to that. Okay, now bonus round, still about the house tour. What was the profit? What was the profit? What was the expected profit based off of the numbers that they put up on the screen? Oh my goodness. 44, 41, 44, 61, 43, 55. All right. We're gonna have to call on Tim for this one. 61. Tim, what is the correct answer, Tim? 44,000. All right, so Steve wins on that one. Congrats, Steve and Mike. Hit me up later, guys. And I'll make sure to get you the access. Laura, same thing. And everyone else, have a fantastic day. Go hit your points for the day. Some of you already got some points banged out. Great. Go finish today. You'll see how you feel, and you'll want to do it again tomorrow.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael. This
Hey.
is awesome.
Awesome blossom. All right, everyone.
Thank you.
Go kick some butt. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Bye, guys.
Hey, thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Mike.